Well, this is my first video for 2020, January 1st, 2020, video number 3322. The title is 2020 Plus Vision, Seeing Beyond the So-Called Illusion. 2020 has arrived. Many of my friends are saying this is the year. Of course, they said that every year since we moved into the new 21st century. We got 9/11 that first year. It was a time when many began awakening to the fact that our government and media lie to us all the time. We had been deceived all our lives, and so were our parents, grandparents, and many previous generations. The world has been run by liars for eons. In case you haven't noticed, this is a planet of deception. Some say it is a solid globe. Others say it is hollow. We even have a new religious cult that claims it is flat. What happens when every religion claims it is the only right one, the only truth? Well, the result is a planet in chaos. Every group is led to believe that it and it alone is the right one, the chosen people. To me, all of the religions and politics are fraudulent. The result of fraud is continual war. Whether obvious or not, the battle rages on with no obvious changes. Oh yes, we change leaders, but for the most part, they end up simply singing the same tune as those who preceded them. If the world is just an illusion, I am calling for our spiritual eyes to be opened, 2020 plus, so that we can see beyond that which is so apparent. I call for real change. Surround me and each human being with love that is truthful. I am grateful that a couple of days ago, well, actually yesterday, this is still Tuesday when I'm recording this, although it's the video for Wednesday, the New Year's Day. But yesterday I got my record player in, and I have had a whole bunch of records sitting on the shelf well, ever since, actually, when they stole my house, I lost my record player. And I finally have a record player again. So I've been listening to all my gospel records, and Charlie McLean is one of my favorite country singers, a female vocalist, and she's not even listed in the top 40 female vocalists in the United States, which really shocked me. She's not even on the list. And I looked at the top 100 vocalists, country vocalists, and Elvis is there and a lot of other people that I know, but she's not on that one either. And she's my favorite solo vocalist, a female vocalist that exists. She's the best one. And she did the Surround Me with Love, and that's my favorite song. Will humanity be surrounded by love in 2020? If it's 2020 plus, certainly. And I made reference in the blurb to the argument over the shape of the earth. I personally believe it's hollow because of people sailing in at the North Pole and coming out down by Antarctica and getting shipwrecked. I've told that story in other videos. I'm not going to rehash it here, but that convinced me that the world is hollow and that there is a civilization actually living inside of the planet Earth. I do not believe that the flat earth ever is even possible. It was something that was a product of ignorance in the before people became a little bit more aware. People were afraid if they sailed too far to the edge, they'd go off the edge. Well, that's impossible because that's not the shape of the earth. Anyway, folks, I'm not trying to get into arguments. I know a lot of people with religion and science has become a religion for some people, and the whole idea that everything is an illusion is part of a new religion too, a metaphysical religion, if you will. Uh, and there's a lot of people, myself included, that have been involved in that. Uh, but I'm not going to throw my support or my weight behind any of them, because all of them have been mixed with lies. All of them. Christianity has been mixed with lies. Do I believe in Jesus? Yes, I believe in Jesus. I believe he existed. There's not a whole lot of historical evidence of that, but I do believe he existed. I do believe he also went to India and to the Middle East, and through the Middle East into the Far East, and was working with Buddhists and perhaps Hindus and others, going across that route from Israel, where modern Israel is now, Judea then, and across into, again, Pakistan, India, that region of the world. I don't know the answers, but those things to me remain irrelevant. They're not something worth fighting over. And neither is which religion is right. There's no such thing as a right religion to me. Not Christianity, not Judaism, not Hinduism, not Buddhism, not Muslim, and not atheism. And none of them are totally truthful. Everything in our world has been mixed with lies. And the purpose of that by God pretenders is deception, because they want whatever these beings are, they want to control humanity. They want to keep us enslaved. And we have been enslaved in this money game probably for thousands of years, maybe even tens of thousands of years. I don't know how far back it goes. It goes a long way back, and we don't know the truth yet as 2020 arrives. And I'm hoping and I'm praying that we get 2020 plus vision, so that we can see through all of the deception, that we can get the gift of discernment and understand where the lies are, and understand why. It's been about control, folks. The people that are liars don't want the truth known. And that's why they pit us against each other. We have to somehow find a way to get on the same page. I'm grateful that I can go back and I can listen now, because I have that phonograph, that I can listen to my old gospel records and some of the country music and stuff that I have. Most of it, it's funny, I have the biggest band that I have is the Couriers. And of course, they were in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, or just outside of Harrisburg. I met them. I've known them for a long time. I used to work for another gospel band at one point in time, the King's Keynotes, and I looked them up, and can't even find them online. So there's not even any online record of them. But in any case, I'm getting to listen to a lot of my old gospel records and some of the country stuff that I have now, and playing the records that that I've accumulated over the years, but haven't had the opportunity to play for a long time. And I'm grateful for that. So I'm happy that I'm having that ability now in the 2020 plus time period. And I'm hoping that we get the positive changes that we so desperately need. I still don't trust Donald Trump. I'm sorry. I don't trust any religion. I'm sorry. I think we need to focus on how are we going to get to the truth that ultimately sets us free and enables us to begin loving one another, regardless of all the things that have been used over the eons to divide us from each other. May we have finally peace on earth and goodwill toward all honest men and women. Thank you, folks, very much for listening as we begin a new year. Namaste.